He's the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How you high? No,
Greatest Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Her.
Fuck.
Her upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches. What is going on, folks? Welcome back to your favorite show on the internet. This is After Further Review, episode 292. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
And I am the one you love to hate, because I'm always right, Malin Dennis.
Your other great co-host, Nestor.
The other co-host, Junebug Spade.
And sitting back, fat, drunk, and fucking sassy. Go, you Lions! It is G Money.
Gentlemen, I see a couple of us looking very festive or patriotic with the kits on. Love to see it. We're a full World Cup show as of this week. Do that so you guys don't hear this fan the whole time. Let's take a cheers to the first half of this week's show. 292, boys.
We're getting there. Almost 300.
Nestor's he just played yesterday, so you gotta keep hydrating.
Hydration break.
All right, we've got live chat going, of course. If you guys want to comment as we go, feel free to do so. Shout out to any and all the new viewers that have come through over the past week. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for subscribing. We are a bit wacky, if you can't tell by now, but hey, it is what it is. We're going to start off by talking about some news for the week. Now, quite a bit has happened over the past week. The Knicks, of course, did wrap up the NBA Finals, the victory. But around that same time, I think the same night of Game 5, Alden Smith was found dead at the age of just 36. And it was as random as they come. Like, it's just completely out of nowhere. Reasons that I don't know of still. Kind of from what I was reading at least at the time, he was kind of helping with like a volunteer kind of event where he was helping deliver pizzas to those in need, and the like manager that was helping also volunteering just found him dead in his car. Like, he was already just out, and they rushed him to the hospital and he was gone by then. So just absolutely unbelievable. His family does want his brain to be studied for CTE because it was such just a random thing with seemingly no explanation behind it. But yeah, Alden Smith, 49er, just hate to see it. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this, but I wanted to address this first and foremost before we got into the rest of the show.
I've got a few thoughts. So while he was with the Niners, he had a few incidents. And I think at that point, they should have looked at maybe not CT, but he definitely had some mental issues going on, whether that was a result of too many concussions. You look at college and high school, and it builds up. And I think at times the NFL kind of does a lot of lip service, but doesn't do the follow-throughs that it needs to do for its players. And yeah, he was runner-up to Defensive Rookie of the Year He had, if I'm not mistaken, and someone can correct me if I am, he had like 12 and a half sacks his rookie year, and then 16 sacks the next year. And then things started to come undone. He had several domestic violence issues. He had gun issues. He sat out a year or so. He played for Dallas for a short period of time. I mean, it was a very short career, and he was definitely a promising defensive player and would have been a huge star. But he had mental health issues, which could have indeed been caused by too many concussions. Nobody knew, and nobody did anything about it. You know, they sort of like, okay, you're on your own here. Go see these people if you want. But there was no mandatory. We need to do a CAT scan. We need to take a look at that, and we need to protect our players. I mean, you're paying someone millions of dollars to go out and play a game that is not even a collision sport. It's more of a combat sport. And it's sad. It's really sad because I think one of the things that his friend said, who found him, is that he had said that he was dealing with issues that he had dealt with in the past, and they came back, mental health issues that he just didn't know how to deal with. And I think here in the United States, we talk a lot about mental health, whether it be school shootings or things of this nature, but we don't do anything about it. We just talk about it. Maybe it's time for we as a nation to step up and start helping the people with mental health issues, treating them as opposed to talking about them after the fact.
June, did you have anything that you wanted to mention here?
Yeah, I just hate to see this, man. These guys, we're fans, man. We don't play in the NFL, but we love to watch these guys play. And as a fan, I hate to see this. A guy so young who could still not saying he could still play, but he could still go out, and he was in the midst of helping the community and doing little stuff like that, volunteering and giving back to his community. And you hate to see somebody's life cut so short. That is so short of a life, man. And I hope they do study. And I think that the NFL has taken some precautions, but I think that, like G Money said, there are still more stuff we need to not talk about, but there needs actions to be taken in the mental health field. We need more crisis managers at this point. And they need crisis managers after the guys get out of the NFL. One thing I see with the NFL in all sports, once the guy leaves a sport, they're on their own 90% of the time. And there's no help. And I know that the NFL had made a couple of programs, but they need to expand. The NFL has tons of money. They have money coming out the wazoo. So I think it's time they put that money to good use and really help these guys as they leave. Giving them a little stipend when they leave the NFL is not enough. Give them some programs that they could actually go into and try to help them after they leave. I mean, think about the guys we lost, like Junior Seau. Who would have ever thought we would have lost Junior Seau in that way? You know what I mean? And all the other guys that we lost. So I just hope that the NFL takes this serious and don't try to say, oh, no, see, it wasn't CTE. No, there's something going on there. So that's what I thought, my thoughts on this.
I'll say this. One, he was a problem for the Seahawks when he was in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I remember making jokes back in 2013 when He ended up I think he served like a 5-game suspension in 2013 the year the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Because he like physically assaulted some lady and allegedly like threw her on a bed full of guns or something like that. And I remember back at the time like making jokes or light of it because I was like, hey man, get one of their best players off the field. But then he kept making bad decisions. And you just kind of saw his career fall off a cliff. I had to step away for a second, so I don't know if you guys even talked about this, but his last stop in the NFL was actually with the Seahawks. He was signed in 2021. He was having a hell of a mini camp and preseason or training camp with the Seahawks. Everything he was doing, but once again, he faced an arrest in April. He ended up getting charged with a battery issue when the Seahawks cut him. Like you didn't have any rope left on your NFL career. So I mean, he hung around for a while, but it is sad to hear of someone that had that much promise being gone at just 36 years old. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what June and G Money were saying. Like, it still baffles me that the NFL doesn't have some type of mandatory exit process of, if you've played for a certain amount of years, I think it would just be normal or just make sense to like every once a month or maybe it's bi-weekly, you have to have a check-in with a licensed therapist or something like that. Or maybe they have groups for ex-NFL players that meet every so often. Because like you said, June, like 90% of these dudes, once they're out of the league, they've known is football. And then they go to trying to live a normal life again, and the money stops, and like, your life kind of goes into a different mode. And it's like, how do you transition from being a glorified gladiator just to like a normal dude again? It would only make sense to me that the NFL would have some kind of process to like transition dudes back to just being normal functioning people.
This is the same league though that still doesn't give you like health insurance.
Yeah,
life
insane.
I mean, we were all making jokes about Phillip Rivers coming back because he has 1,900 kids, and his health insurance was about to expire. And he was like, "Listen, man, health insurance is worth more to me than the Hall."
Right.
Put off the Hall for a little bit. Contact me when I'm 46. I'll come back for another ride. So I mean, like they don't even give you health insurance. If you play X amount of years. I mean, Phillip Rivers played a hell of a long time. So yeah, I mean, the NFL, man, like once they're done with you, if you were good enough, they'll give you a bust in Canton. Other than that, they don't give shit. Meanwhile, you have a team like the Dodgers. June, Gary, help me out with his name. There's a guy that's been out of the league since 2018. He's got schizophrenia, and he had left Major League Baseball. The Dodgers found out where he was. They got him off the street, and they continue to sign him to a 1-year deal so that he can get the help that he needs.
Oh, okay.
And
I can't remember his name. Yeah.
So even if the NFL itself doesn't do that, like there are teams that can do stuff. But yeah, it really is sad. I mean, there's so many people that end up having, and they might not die from it, but we see these former football players that just go off the deep end and get addicted to all this stuff, and they have all these issues, and we've always just chalked it up to, well, you had a lot of money and someone put coke and hookers in front of you. And sometimes it's a little bit more in depth like that. So maybe that was true for Lawrence Taylor, but maybe not so true for someone like Dwight Clark that lost like everything. Bill Romanowski, I think he had CTE coming out of the womb. Like I think he headbutted his mom's uterus and had CTE from the get-go. That's fucking crazy. But it just sucks because there's no way to test it. There's no way to know you have it until after you're already dead. Even though there might be signs, they could always contribute those to other things. And the NFL pays a lot of money for people to contribute those to other things.
Yeah, very sad. Prayers to his family. Just the whole thing. 36 is far, far too young. But we're going to move on to the next topic, which is the Knicks winning their first title in 53 years. Damn it, folks. We told you this was going to happen when game one, we all picked the Spurs to win. So no one should be surprised because we literally gave you guys the correct answer. But yeah, they got it done in 5 games. It's kind of, excuse me, kind of old news now, but don't know if you guys have any thoughts on the Spurs playing the same game for 5 consecutive games.
It just kind of surprised me that they didn't play Wemby inside as much as I thought they should have. But other than that, they're a young team. I almost expect them to trade DeAndre Fox because both Harper and Castle have played a lot better than I think they expect. Because when they traded for DeAndre Fox and they signed him to the extension, they didn't know how Castle was going to progress, and they hadn't drafted Harper yet. And now with both of them, it's like, man, we've got a plethora of people, and let's be honest, DeAndre Fox did not show up for the finals. He was absent. I think what happened with DeAndre is that he was so used to playing with Sacramento that when they got to the finals, he was down in Cabo. That's where he was. He was in Cabo going like, what? Finals? What are you talking about? I'm watching it on TV. But they're a young team, and they'll win. As far as the Knicks go, good for them. Good for the very few fans that have been Knicks fans since '72. Yeah, I mean, it's like the Cubbies fans, right? When they finally won a World Series, I think there might have been 1 or 2 left from the last time they won the World Series back in the '40s. I mean, so you kind of celebrate that. And when Boston won the series, you celebrate shit like that because they're not going to see it again. That's it's a one and done situation. And Brunson, my man Brunson, missed consistency, except for the last game when he went above and beyond. I mean, without him pouring in 45 points, they probably would not have won that game. I mean, he took the game over and played hard. So, for the players, they deserve that. The owner can go suck a big fucking dick somewhere because he's an asshole. And when I do my slam poetry, we'll get into the fucking fans.
Okay, it's gonna be fun tonight. I just want to say this. I do believe it is good for the Knicks to win for the NBA. I think it's a fascinating storyline. Last year, remember, I'm gonna go back to last year. OKC fucking won. Did anybody care? No, nobody fucking cared. Okay, this is good for the NBA. No, you didn't. This is good for the NBA because it's a big market. It's New York. It's New Yorkers. Okay, and it is good for the NBA. Brunson, like G Money said, Brunson was consistent throughout the playoffs. And I also you got to give some love to Anunoby. OG Anunoby was the man. He did all the dirty work. And those times in the games where Brunson was struggling, OG Anunoby picked it up. And that tip in that he had, that was the game. That was it. He closed the game for them. And so that guy did all the dirty work. You got to have that player. You always got to have that player that's going to do that work. But on the San Antonio front, Mitch Johnson is young. He's young. He's going to have to get back in that lab for next year for himself because he's going to have to be. Popovich would have never let them continue just to fucking shoot when they're up by that much. They would have told them throw the ball inside. Somebody would have Timmy, get the ball to Timmy. Okay, that's what would have happened. You got to get the ball, and you got to if you're not hitting jumpers, you got to throw the ball inside and let them get to the free throw line. Let them foul out their best players. The San Antonio Spurs are just young, and their coach is young. So I expect them to be back. I expect them to run the West for a few years. Okay? They got a lot of growing pains. But the Knicks were a team of destiny. We all said it. After that second win, we said they were a team of destiny. And they did it, and they proved it. And guess what? Knicks fans can rejoice. Because like my man G Money said, you're not going to see this for a while, guys. You're not going to see this for a fucking while. So, hey, rejoice.
Jen, you've been saying for weeks now how New York winning is good for the league. I don't understand your thought process with that because nobody outside of New Yorkers or ESPN give a shit that the Knicks won a title. It doesn't make the sport more popular. The sport became the most popular it's ever been since way before they won their last title. They don't need New York winning a championship to be popular. The Metro, like the New York police, definitely don't want the Knicks to win another. That was bullshit. Going out there. You're like, this is a hell of a lot easier when y'all blow it in the semis or the first round. This is cool. It's like, why don't you guys do this shit when we lose? Like, you burn the city down when we win. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And I hear people like say stuff like, "Oh, well, every team does it." The fuck they do. Like Philly and New Yorkers do this shit. I never heard of Boston burning their city down when the Patriots were winning all them Super Bowls and the Red Sox were winning a couple championships. Boston winning NBA.
We didn't burn the city down when we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hell, the 90s didn't burn the Super Bowl down. They didn't burn anything down. I mean,
aren't doing this in baseball. They don't do like the Lakers, with COVID they weren't burning shit down. Like this is Philly and New York, you dumbasses. But I don't know. As far as the Spurs, listen, young, yes. But it doesn't mean you're stupid. And what they did was just stupid. You're the first team to blow a double-digit lead in every game, including every game you lost.
Fucking every game.
That's so bad. I heard this being talked about, and this is so true. It's so bad, like nobody can ever eclipse what you did. Because like they could tie you, they could also give up a double-digit lead in every single loss that they had. But I don't know about you guys, but like in Game 5, I was just mad at that point. They were up by like 14 points in the beginning and I was just angry because I was like, I've seen the script.
Yep.
Y'all gonna do the same bullshit. Y'all gonna start jump shot 3, jump shot 3, jump shot 3. And then you're going to be doing this, like, why are we down by 3 with a minute left? That's just what the whole series became. But, hey, Knicks, kudos to them. Villanova, is it the college that most of them starters went to? Kudos to them.
Yep.
They're actually selling joint Knicks Villanova merch. Which I think is hilarious, but good for that college. They're like, listen, man, we had like 4 out of 5 starters.
Mm-hmm.
Come over here. But yeah, good for New York. But I will say, I don't think the Spurs are necessarily going to run the West the next few years. I really don't, because the Thunder. I hate the Thunder, but they're still there. They just won the title last year. The Joker hasn't retired yet. Everyone wants to forget about Luka that took a dog ass Mavericks team to the finals a couple years ago.
Watch him out.
So I mean, Luka's still in the West. Devin Booker is trying to do his inner Mamba. I don't know if you guys saw this. He changed his number, like Kobe. He's no longer number 1. He's number 15. Oh shit! Maybe you're gonna lose again in the finals one day. But I mean, the West is still pretty strong. So, and the longevity of a career of someone of Wemby's size is not the same level of longevity as a lot of other superstars. So, they better win one quick. But fuck New York fans.
Yeah.
First thing,
Go ahead, Nestor.
I hope Uzbekistan mops the floor with Colombia. Second thing, I just want to say congrats to all the new Knicks fans. You guys started being fans 3 months ago. That's great. Great for you guys. There was a certain point, to Malin's point, where the Spurs were up by 10 or 9 points, and they made one stupid mistake, and I was like, yeah, the Knicks are going to win the championship tonight. They were just that predictable and that bad down the stretch, down that, third, fourth quarter. So I just completely tuned out of the game, knowing how it was going to end. It just doesn't make for good basketball. I don't know at what point the Spurs did seem a little like promising. I was never really too confident on them. But when they just started losing those those double-digit leads, I was like, this is becoming a snooze fest, because you just like, we know how this is gonna go, and predictable games are not fun games to watch. Jalen Brunson is the only thing, and maybe OG, Cat, some of the guys on the team, that is like, congrats to them. They're good guys. They play great basketball. Congrats to them. When you see these fans jumping, like one Spurs fan at the mall and just ripping his jersey off, it's just like, you guys are the worst. Like, we know New York fans. Like, me and Jalen went to a bar to watch the casino to watch Buffalo play, and we had a fucking New Yorker screaming in our faces. Like, it's always them, But like, congrats to the team. That team,
Right.
Seeing Cat honestly talk and Brunson, and good for them. But hopefully next season we have something a little bit more fun to look forward to.
Nestor, I've known several people from New York for over 20 years. Never once I ever heard them say anything about the Knicks. Until they won.
Neither did I.
Even anything during the playoffs. It's always been Giants, Jets, Yankees, never Mets, but Giants, Jets, Yankees. All of a sudden, my Facebook page of these people I've known for 20 years, I'm not crying, you're crying. And I was like, no, bitch, you're fake. Like, what are we... Like, I've known you for 20 years. You've never said anything, Knicks. You don't even know who Carmelo Anthony is, other than the kid that's in jail right now in Texas. Like, you don't know who that man is. Like, shut up. I said Jeremy Lin, they'd be like, I could go for some Chinese. Like, shut up, man.
Bro, I know more New York Islander fans than I know Knicks fans.
Yeah, this is me up.
It also does me too, especially because seeing fans that are like so happy, in order to be happy, you have to have gone through the fucking pain first. Like, all the years of being dog shit. Like, that's why the true fans are like so happy. So to see all these people who 30 days ago didn't even know who Mike Brown was, didn't even know how to spell Jalen Brunson, to suddenly
At
be
that
like,
point,
oh, I'm
watch
so
the games
happy.
when they lose. Watch the games when they lose and they're dog shit. Like how I watch my Dolphins throughout the years, every single damn game, get their back blown out. Like I'm miserable with the Dolphins, but I watch every single game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
guys,
that's
the-
how it
The
goes.
only
Hey,
New
they're
York
good.
Knicks fan. The only New York Knicks fan is Spike Lee.
Thank
that
you.
man. That's
Thank
the
you.
only New York Knicks fan.
Stay. I mean,
I think Taylor
as long
Swift
as I've
might
been
be a
alive,
bigger
the
fan
man's been going there.
Spike Lee.
That man, they were talking last year. He was doing an interview that resurfaced where he talked about how he's probably spent over $12 million
God damn.
season tickets in his life. You better give that man a ring
He
Mhm.
deserves one.
because he had to watch y'all put
I mean,
shit on that court. For a
Yeah.
long
yeah.
That's Mars
I mean-
Blackman. That's Mars Blackman.
You should give him like his courtside tickets that he has. You should like comp them for like 2 years.
Oh,
Like,
no,
no,
forever.
you ain't paying. We're gonna comp. We'll forget who the owner is. Fucking
yeah.
Did you guys see Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
yes.
Did you see what he walked out of that locker room with?
Hmm.
He walked out with Mike Brown's clipboard. He walked out the locker room and left the arena with Mike Brown's clipboard.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
But he was holding the trophy. I was like, man, you really are like 4'11", aren't you? Like that's half your fucking set. I was
He
like,
has
yeah,
like I will say he's been a long time fan. Like I've seen him at the games for a while.
he's been real loyal, but he sure did stir up a hornet's nest when he admitted on live TV that he don't pay for tickets that the Knicks give them to him. That was wild. Chuck was like, "How long?
Oh.
Ticket holder?" He's like, "I don't pay. They give me the tickets now. They've been doing it for like a decade."
Oh shit. Spike Lee's going like, who the hell do I need to call? Because
what?
I've got PTSD from those shit teams you put out there.
Yeah,
He was always out there.
it's just happy for the team itself, but just the sudden fans were just the worst. Like that is just mind numbing. Anyway, let's move on for that because we circle back to that towards the end, and then we can be done talking about the fucking Knicks for the rest of the goddamn summer. Other piece of championship news: the Vegas Knights did not win it. That's another long drought finally over with. 2 decades. Was Hurricanes' first title in 2 decades. June. What did you think here?
You know what? You know what's so funny? As the season was going, especially after the All-Star break, we were shit. I didn't even think we was going to make the playoffs, and we were barely kicking in. And you know what? The Knights didn't think highly of the team either because they fired the coach with like 8 games to go. New coach came in. He went 7-0-1. And I was like, okay, we may get through the first round. We got through the first round. Next thing you know, we got through the second round. I'm like, oh shit. Then we sweep in the finals. I was like, okay. But I think that's when real coaching really kicks in because we, like the San Antonio Spurs, we gave up a couple of leads. We had a couple of 5-1 leads in this thing, and we gave it up. But you know what? Congrats to the Carolina Hurricanes. They played great. They were a consistent team all season. I like the way they played. All of my family gave me shit because, of course, I was born and raised in North Carolina, and all of my family are all Hurricane fans. So I had to see text all night long. You know, but it's all good. Good job, Canes. Vegas, the coach quit, he didn't quit. They said at the beginning of this final series that they wasn't going to bring him back. And then they made it, final at the end of the finals. And then we just hired our AHL coach. So it's going to be very interesting what happens with this team next year. So go Knights, go.
You see, I've been
I
a
know.
Hurricanes fan for the last at least 3 years.
Oh shit. Okay.
Y'all just didn't know. So I was actually really happy a few nights ago.
Dude, man.
That's 3 hours.
So, the NHL Stanley Cup Finals was a lot like the NBA Finals, where it was really interesting for a couple games, and they're like, well, in the NHL,
Well,
that's
shit.
when Carolina changes a goalie after Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's when all of a sudden Vegas's offense is just almost non-existent. But Carolina's been building towards this for the last 4 years, I believe. They've been getting a little bit better. They finally didn't have to face the Florida Panthers
Yeah.
in the playoffs. So they were the better team. I think Vegas was the better story. But that's good for hockey, I guess. I don't know. I mean, hey, 53 years and 20 years. I just wanted to point this out. I just want everybody to keep up to times with the longest droughts on top 4 sports. Well, I just want to rack them off real quick. Sorry, Frank, but your Arizona Cardinals have done 79 years since their last NFL title.
How long?
79 years.
Good
That's the
grief.
longest drought.
Can we stay in the Super Bowl era?
Oh, we going all the way back.
Well, if that's the case, then they
years. I think we can.
then they've
that.
never won it. But yeah, 79 years. Cleveland Guardians, otherwise known as them Cleveland Indians, go Tribe Go. 78 years was their last title. 1948. Sacramento Kings.
Oh God.
75 years.
Oh yes.
Wow.
75 years since their last title, 1951. And here's my favorite.
Were they the Buffalo?
Yeah, they were the Buffalo Kings or somewhere. Jersey.
Yeah.
Because they went from Buffalo to Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kings, yeah.
Yeah, but they went to Kansas City I think in the 70s.
80s.
So,
I think they changed it. Because in 1979, because remember, in 1979, they still were the Kansas City Kings.
Yeah, but now the NHL is my favorite one.
Oh no.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh God.
59 years since their last title.
How many years?
59 years for
59
Leafs.
for Toronto.
1967, Toronto won.
And they've had some good teams. I mean, they've had some really good, but they just couldn't put it together. It's too bad. Too bad for them.
So kudos for the Knicks.
Who's in the NFL?
The what?
Oh, the Cardinals.
Yeah,
the Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
That's right.
It's the longest title drought.
Oh God! What about that? What about Detroit and Cleveland? It's been a while for them too, right?
I think Detroit won a title in 60. NFL.
Oh, okay.
I think they did. It was in the 50s or maybe 60, but Detroit definitely won one since 1947. So yeah.
Shit, I think, and the Cardinals wasn't they they were Chicago Cardinals when they won the last one, right?
Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, because I was like, okay, where were they prior to St. Louis, right?
Changed places.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow,
yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Good old droughts.
All right, that's gonna do it for the.
But
news.
at least, okay. Go ahead.
We're gonna go.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
We're gonna get into the World Cup update for this week, folks. If you want to hear about the World Cup throughout your week, this is the place to be because we have at least 2 football aficionados on this show. So 2 more than your average podcast, I would say.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we're gonna start off with the teams that are kind of stuck in a bit of a fight for their group right now. We've got at least the powerhouses that people are used to seeing a bit more from, expectations here. Mexico, France, Spain, surprisingly Portugal as of earlier today. France is in kind of a weird situation just because of who was it that they're also put up a bunch of goals so that they really don't have much of a lead over them. Give me 1 second. But yeah, all of these teams here surprisingly have not jumped out to as big of a lead as you would think. Norway, that's who the other team is. Yeah, I don't know if any of these surprise you more than the rest. I mean, we saw Portugal today not be able to take down the Congo, which was just unbelievable. But yeah, that finished at a draw of 1-1. So anybody that jumps out to you guys?
I mean, I think with the Spain match, this is my thought, right? As you come in to the tournament, you're in your group. You look at your group and you go like, we're going to win this group, and that's your thought, is we're going to win this group, and we don't have to put out maximum to win it. We don't have to put maximum effort out to win this group. Yeah, you absolutely do. Because if you don't bring your A game every single game, there's a team out there that's going to bring their A game, and they will beat you. They will sneak a goal in, and it'll be late in the half or late in the game, and for some crazy reason, you won't recover from it. They'll either do it and beat you, or they'll do it and tie you. And then, you know, you're scratching your head. I mean, if you look at the teams that have played, right? I mean, and France is going to have. I mean, France beat Senegal, which is good because the last time they played Senegal in the World Cup, they didn't beat them. So but Norway's looking really good, and they've got to play Norway. So you can.
That's gonna be good.
You can advance, and because they've added more teams, there's a high likelihood France advances. But really, I mean, Iraq, okay, come with your A game, get 3 or 4 goals, move on. But Spain, I don't know what. I mean, I know Nestor said they were playing against everything they should have, how they should have played. They decided to play the exact opposite because that would confuse the other team. No, you play to your strengths. You put 3 or 4 balls in the back of the net, and then if you want to revert. But you don't start out playing like that. That's just crazy. And in Portugal, what the hell were you doing? I mean, I had to, the Democratic Republic of Congo. I still am going to look to see where their players play because I don't know if they play in any professional leagues.
Probably don't.
And it's like they tied you. You've got to be better than that because some of these teams are indeed projected to go into the quarterfinals. Portugal plays like that. They're not going.
No.
Spain plays like it did. It's not going.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you may get out of your group, and I say may because the way they've got this set up too is a little different. You win your group, you're advancing. You come in second doesn't necessarily mean you're going to advance. Yeah, it's going to fall down to goals for and goals against and everything. Mexico playing at home probably should have played a little better. Germany did exactly what they were supposed to do,
And yes, they did.
I mean, it was a bad team, and you beat bad teams. You put as many goals in the back of the net as you possibly can. Brazil, what the fuck was Brazil thinking? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the players don't know. The coach obviously didn't know.
Right.
I mean, you just look at these things. I know Nestor said it was an embarrassment, and then And then it's like, okay. Then Spain went out and played like it did. And like Spain just said, hold my beer because you know what? I can be just as bad. It's you know, the teams that want to win and want to advance don't take that first game off. You know, you saw England do that. Now they've got a little. Now, this is my rant, and it's not about the World Cup, but I know we're not going into rants, but I am because you know what? Unfortunately, I have to work. I've got Xfinity Stream. I stream the game. Fuck no. I pay a shitload of money to Xfinity. You motherfuckers. Don't tell me I need to be at home to stream the game at home. You motherfuckers. I should be able to stream that at work. Then I go to YouTube because I'm like, you know what? There's a workaround. There's a goddamn workaround. Okay. Our facility makes our company a shitload of money. You think you could get past 1990 goddamn dial-up? Do you think you could do something good like that? Because I'm trying to watch the game. I miss every single goddamn goal of England that was scored in the England game. Every single goddamn game. Why? Because all of a sudden, just like 1992 dial-up, you got this spinning wheel and everything froze up. And for like 3 minutes, then, one goal, one not. How the hell did that happen? I don't know. So, yeah.
You know, you talk about teams disappointed. I'm disappointed in Canada being a host team, and then you try Bosnia, was it Hertz, whatever the hell they are.
Herzegovina.
What are you doing, Canada? And did you see the thing where they may not even get to play in Canada the rest of the time? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
They don't
Canada?
deserve.
What are you
don't
doing?
deserve to
It
play
doesn't
in
make any
Canada.
sense.
I was actually happy for Canada.
Yeah.
But that shit's bad. Thank you, Canada.
Spain.
Well, I mean, the only reason
Yeah, Spain was a disappointment too.
Spain was a big disappointment.
What is this strategy? They're like, I know what we'll do. We'll come out and we'll play bad because they won't expect that. And then if they play really bad, we might win. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't understand.
Soccer has, or football has evolved so much over the years. And in so many different ways. But the game has gotten faster, more physical. It's more about first touch. You know, it's more like how quickly can you get the ball away forward. And it's insane. The first 5 minutes of it, I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no way they're going to play like that. Slow passing. You pass it to the wing. You have nowhere to go, so you pass it in the middle. It's prime shitty Barcelona 2020 when they lost to Bayern Munich like 8-2. What are we doing? You're doing the complete opposite of what's going to get you a good performance. Like you're playing slow as hell. I'm surprised that Cape Verde didn't just say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and win. Let's just turn on the jet and just win. Horrible. Like if they play like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it out of the group. You just can't play like that anymore.
Yeah.
But you know, hats off to the goalkeeper. I think he started off his career at 25, and now he's like what, like 40 or something.
Oh
and
wow,
the dude, insane. So I'm teams like Cape Verde and Congo. Like, good for you, man. Like, you come into the World Cup the first time and you tie against these teams that are supposed to be like the giants of the sport. I was not expecting Portugal to tie. I was so happy. Because I know those Ronaldo fans were fuming after what happened the other night.
I wanted to ask you, what did you think about Ronaldo specifically today? Because he had a few good looks at the goal and just wasn't hitting anything. I just kept like waiting. It seemed like, all right, he's going to hit one of these. So the fact that the score, they only ended up scoring one goal. I was like, wow.
This might be a crazy take, and it's not because I don't like his fans. It's not like the dude can score, like it's whatever. The thing is, they're starting to ask whether he hinders the team. There are many times when he's not playing, you have a different guy playing there, and Portugal just looks better. Like you can just observe they're playing better. At a certain age, I don't know. It was supposed to be the other way around, because Messi's the guy who's dribbling, who needs to be fast, who needs to not fall, and you're supposed to just get slower, and your reactions are slower, and then you suck. But it's actually, and you can stay like Ronaldo, the way he plays, you can stay in the box, wait, score a header. You don't have to do much. But it's him. His reactions are slow. He's just not as accurate. And when he's not playing, Portugal looks a little different. So I'm a little surprised still, because I would have thought he still have a little bit of it, but I don't know. Maybe in the next game he'll show up a little bit more, and get a goal. But Portugal looks a little bit better without him.
I don't know if you guys saw
Too much
during
racist.
during that match, there was after Congo scored that one goal, they cut to the watch party that was, I'm assuming, was in Libsyn, and it was just the sea of Portugal fans. It was the 5 Congo fans in the middle of all this that just got up and started screaming. It was just like the funniest thing. Anyway, enough of the losers here. Let's go on to the teams that have handled their business so far, which would, of course, be the U.S., Germany, and Argentina. All looked dominant in their first group game. What do you guys think about this one, especially with the U.S. just bopping Paraguay?
Before we talk about the U.S., I would say that I would probably put England in that group.
Yeah,
No.
No, I would, because
Shut up, June. Shut up, clown.
They played like shit today. It was 3-2 most of the damn game, and they got a goal
Shut
to
up, clown.
take.
Shut up, clown.
June.
London, England is not good. Let's not play that bullshit that they're good. They're not good.
Shut up, clown.
They're not making it out the quarterfinals at all. At all.
There is sometimes where June is very smart, and then there's other times where I'm reminded that he's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and he can say some shit.
They still don't deserve to be there.
I think that what's called only had 3 shots on goal. Why? Because England's defense was stellar, except that one time right before the half. I felt like they thought they were just going to go into the half,
Right.
and then they slipped up and they tied the game. But England came out in the second half. I was like, child, you're not on the same level as us. And they dominated that second half. It wasn't even close. It like Nestor put in the chat, oh, this is a really good match. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, England's doing what England's supposed to do. And that, like we said, that was probably one of the better, tougher matchups of the first game of the World Cup, is having England versus Croatia. That was one of the better matchups. And that's that's the best team they're going to face in their group. So them winning 4-2, and they were able to sub people out, and they just didn't even lose a beat on defense in the second half. And they were the aggressors most of the time. Now, talking about the U.S., now, listen, it's not like we have a lot of rich history to talk about with U.S. soccer. It's the first time since 1930 where we had somebody score 2 goals in a match. First time since 1930 where I think we won by 3 goals. They did what they needed to do. I do think we could calm the hype down a little bit on Team USA. Let's be a little bit realistic. Paraguay is probably not in the World Cup if they did not allow 16 more people into the tournament this year, Nestor?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
probably,
it was 16 more teams.
but they handled business. Unlike what some of these other heavy hitters that should have been able to handle business and they didn't, the U.S. came out and they looked great. And it was probably like it's the best World Cup match like I've ever seen the U.S. play. And that was coming off losing 2-1 to Germany in a friendly the weekend before, and we saw what Germany just did. And so I'm just saying that I think that they're a little better than what maybe we're giving them credit for going in to the Cup. But I think the hype train, let's calm down a little bit. We didn't turn into Argentina. All right. And there are some U.S. soccer fans that need to understand the rules of soccer a little bit. Like, I don't know, did you guys see the video of the Messi fan in the bar? It was confused because he thought that Messi was going to be playing for Team USA because he played in the MLS. Did you guys see that video? You should look it up.
No.
This 40-year-old man wearing a pink Miami
Oh no.
kit. He's like, why isn't Messi playing? Well, because he's playing for Argentina. But he plays in America now. Like, like it's fucking hilarious.
Again, Miami fans.
So, but America, like, hey, you know what, U.S., you did your job. Now you play Australia. This game against Australia is really going to be the litmus test on like, are they as good as they showed in that first game, or is that also like, was that more of a byproduct of how well they can play, or just the level of competition they had? Because Australia is a little bit better than them, obviously. And as far as a team that just dominated, I mean, shit, Germany, man. Damn, they just like it was almost like they got mad that they scored a goal on them. And they're like,
They did.
I was gonna take it easy on you. We was gonna go like 4-0. You know, we were gonna jog. We were gonna do a valet jog. Like, I'm gonna run around like I'm gonna get a Mercedes. We'll score 4 goals and then we'll call it a night. And then you want to embarrass us. Now we're gonna put belt to ass. So
It was nasty. It got over quick. I was like, damn.
got so bad. But I don't know. It is a good World Cup so far. I'm definitely enjoying it, and I hope that the U.S. win on Friday. Because Jalen, you can talk about them being in control. They're only like 1 goal up on Australia right now. They both got 3 points. We got a 1. We got 1 more. We're up on them on 1 goal. They're +3. They're +2.
Yeah,
So
Friday's gonna be
we
a
got
big game.
we got to put the hammer down on them. In Argentina, Nestor, I know you're about to talk about it, but I mean, shit, I don't know if Argentina is just like, hey man, every time we're down here, we're just going to kick it to Messi and see what happens in these first couple games because we're good enough to win. But for that to be his first hat trick that he's ever had in the World Cup this late in his career, and we're talking about a man that we all thought was dialing it in when he joined the MLS. And he comes out in the first match representing the defending World Cup champions and gets a hat trick. I don't care about the competition or not. That's damn incredible. So good on him.
It's like LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to jump in here just for a moment. I watched that Argentine game, and after Messi scored the first goal, my thought process was that the Argentine players are going to feed Messi. They're going to give him that opportunity. If he's open, they feel real good that he's going to score, and he did. You know, tied Ronaldo, and then tied close. Still, the record still stands at 13 goals in 1 World Cup by Fontaine of France. So, you know, if he's got a lot to go to tie or beat that record. But, you know, I was impressed because, quite frankly, I didn't know what to expect from Messi. You know, because, you're like, he's old. he plays, but he doesn't. You know, but there's games that he's not playing because he's injured, or sort of like LeBron, right? He's taking time off. But to see him score like that, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And gotta give a shout out to Harry Kane, the elder statesman on the England team. You know, the first one is a penalty kick. That was a gimme. But the second one, that header, that was bloody awesome. So, yeah, you know, and the U.S. will get out of their group stage. They'll win their group stage. Unless they just totally implode, they will advance.
I agree.
You just said they weren't. Or no, you said they weren't.
No, I said
finals. No, I'm talking about June. Talking shit about England.
He said the U.S. He didn't say England. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he said the U.S. Yeah.
Well, England will advance out of the group stage too. I mean, because Croatia was their toughest opponent, and Croatia historically in international play has been a tough opponent for them.
I mean, we all know that the U.S. is not winning the World Cup. Okay, if they
I mean, Trump could like ban the other teams.
But like them getting out of the group stage is not enough with them hosting the world. Like you got to win a knockout game.
Yeah.
At least one, especially because like they added a knockout game. Because of the amount of teams they did. So you at least gotta hold serve to what you've done in the last, like your best in like the last 10 or 12 World Cups you've been in. So they need to win one knockout game, which they have only won one, I believe. So they need to win another one.
I had no idea, speaking of elder statesmen, I had no idea that Jordan Pickford is still the keeper for England. Also, I had no idea that Manuel Neuer is still the keeper for Germany. I was like, he's still playing?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He has to be the oldest guy on that team.
I believe so. Yeah, I would sure hope so. He's. I'm like, God.
To that point, though,
2014.
I saw videos of the Germany's coach talking to them it wasn't this game, I think. Well, like what Megan said, I'm pretty sure they got angry. And that German coach is no joke. They're like there was some speech he gave them a while back. He was like, "We're faster, we're stronger." Like basically translated to like, "Let's go out there, put belt to ass because we're better than them." And that's exactly what they did. Like I love that attitude. More teams need that attitude. But man,
boy, I'm sure that
the
was
U.S.
in German. I'm sure he was giving it to him.
Right? That's how it should be. But the U.S. surprised me, like beating Paraguay. They're not a bad team necessarily. At least not historically. They're not that bad. I just feel like, and by the way, Balogun is such a cool name. That's a fire ass name. That's a cool name. But I mean, the U.S. kind of sits. So last time they got eliminated by the Netherlands, right? I'm pretty sure. They kind of hang around that area, like Belgium, Netherlands. That's like the bar. If they could take down a team like Belgium or the Netherlands and go up against, like a Germany, and just compete. That would seal them as a top 10 or top, maybe I don't know, like top 8 team. If they could just step in there, like how many times have I heard like, yo, if the U.S. actually
They're
cared
showing
about
just a
soccer,
minute. They're showing Doyle's.
if they actually cared about soccer, it would look a lot different for a lot of these other teams.
Right.
Because I don't know.
I don't like that Pulisic is dealing with a calf injury right now.
I don't like that either.
I'm not a fan of that. They played a lot better in the first half than in the second half of that match. Yeah, but what do you think about Argentina, though, Nestor? Before we go to a break, I know we're a little late. I want to hear Nestor talk about Argentina. He deserves that minute and that shine.
I wasn't expecting the hat trick. I was very afraid that they would it's hard to repeat as champs in a World Cup. Like, it's extremely difficult. And I was not expecting them to come out. And usually they start slow. They don't start like this, Argentina. For him to score 3 goals in the way he did it, and I don't know, he's just genius. He's like honestly, and I'm not trying to just, not because I'm a fan. I don't even know if it's fair to say he's the LeBron or the Jordan of the sport, because it's just, there's still debate there. With this guy, there's no debate. So it's always like, I find it a little bit difficult to find a good example from another sport.
You can say Jordan,
but it was
that's
great to see that. Yeah, I guess so. Start another debate here. But no, I loved it. Hey, I'm amazed. Like, it was great. It was awesome. I didn't like how they played without him for a little bit at the end there. I don't want them to depend too much on him. But dude, the goals were amazing. I wish I would have been there. I know it's Kansas, but damn. But yo, England looked really good. Croatia's like no pushover. They looked really damn good. At all, from all sides of the ball, they looked really good. So better than I expected. And France, it looks scary too. A bunch of kids are super fast, and Senegal gave them too much space, like way too much space to do whatever they wanted to do.
Mbappe still Mbappe things.
Yeah, if you give him space, he's gonna punish you.
You know who's in real trouble this weekend, Jalen? Boston Bars.
No.
They had the deal with Scotland first.
That's so awesome.
And now England plays in Boston next Tuesday. And so
they better get some harps in there and everything. They better get some.
Hey, Scotland. I don't know if you guys heard the story about the Scotland fans. The planes ran out of beer and alcohol halfway through the flight. And they started drinking wine before they landed, and then they immediately went to the bars, the Scots. And then there were historic bars in Boston that ran out of beer.
Wow.
Over the weekend. And so they're recovering from that, and now they get England going to Boston.
So just to kind of.
They did say that over the weekend they quadrupled their sales from St. Patty's weekend. Quadrupled the sales from St. Patty's Day weekend.
Wow!
I love the Scots. I love the Scots.
I mean, to piggyback on that, I was at Doyle's, just across the street, and to watch the Scotland-Haiti game. I caught the rest of the Brazil game as well. But I went in and I wanted a pint of Smidwick's. They were out. There wasn't any. And so I started drinking Guinness. And I bought 2 Guinness. I congregated with all the Scots. I had 4 more Guinness bought for me, 2 Glenfiddich. I was going to get another Guinness. They were out of Guinness. There was no Guinness left. I'm like, well, what do you have? Well, we've got some Bud Light. I'm sorry, I was talking about beer.
Yeah, to run out of Guinness, crazy.
There is a English bar that is literally within walking distance from where I live, and it is out. Like, today's Wednesday. I've seen that parking lot on any weekday, even if it's a weekday evening. There's usually not many people over there. I decided at halftime, I was like, I'm just gonna go just look over. I just curious to see if there's anyone there, because they were advertising that they're going to be showing the game. And literally, it's just, you walk out of my community, go to the end of the street, and the bar's right there. Line out the door. Like, you could hear the crowd from the inside. Like, crazy. I was like, it's like 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. This is ridiculous. I'm like,
God.
I should have came here earlier and like got a spot in there because now just forget about it. But
There you go. Wait.
I know the English are going to be happy to go to Boston because this Texas heat is killing them.
Yeah, it is.
They're down here drinking for survival, not because they want to get drunk. They're drinking for survival. Okay. But you know, they're doing a lot more eating. These guys are the barbecue places down here and are just full of English. They're all down here. It's crazy. I'm like, good Lord, man. No beans on toast here. No fucking beans on toast here.
The Scots are still going crazy in Boston.
Shut the hell up.
They're still there.
But no, I mean,
they were throwing cones up on statues in Boston. Just out in the streets, just doing random shit.
I'm going to like I put in the chat, you all need to go down to Miami for the Scotland-Brazil game. Scotland's going to lose, but my God, the party will not end. And
no, it will not.
As far as fandom goes, and when we talk about fans, the Scots know they don't have a great team. They know that.
That's because England takes all their players.
No, they don't.
Let the Scots just draw.
I mean, even if they did, if some of those players played in the Premier League,
that would be insane.
They still play for Scotland. They play for the national team. They just don't play. When I watched Scotland play Haiti, I looked and I'm like, this is Premier League 1985. That's how they played. A plodding defensive first game. When we get a shot, we're going to take it. But the fans, God, you've got a lot. When they played in the Euros and they got bounced, they took over Dusseldorf and they sang and they danced and Germans thought they could drink. Scotland goes, we're going to hold your beer and everyone else's. It kind of reminds me.
Scotland draws.
Yeah, Miami is not ready. Miami needs to basically stock up for like
naked, sunburnt Scots on the beaches of Miami Beach, drunk as shit. All right, it's 10:45. We need to go to a break.
Yeah, we
Yes,
do.
We do. All right, folks. We will be back in 10 minutes to read your comments and then pick some matches for this weekend. So stay tuned. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Man, this game was over early. Dallas had it going. The ball movement was there tonight. The 3-ball was rolling tonight. Exhibit A with Maddie Seegers knocking one down. It seemed like everyone was getting in on the 3-ball, and this right here, Isaiah James coming in, and I don't like. What are you doing? What? That is unacceptable. I mean, Alana Smith in there just putting the moves on. The whole Dallas team was in their bag tonight or last night. Shepard had a great game. The pump fake, come on, man. Paige Buckets didn't even need to have a great game because the whole team was just shooting the lights out. Like, what was that? Buckets is like, I'll take that all day. Easy dime for Goomba Wale. Yeah, this game was over by halftime. After halftime, I turned this off. I said, this is not happening. They are not, the Aces are not the Knicks. There's no comeback impending here, which ironically, I didn't even talk about AZ Fudd in the ridiculous game she had. She shot like 88% from the field this game. I mean, she was just automatic. Anyway, someone needs to check in on Becky Hammond because she's having a rough few days since the weekend. I'm sure she was like, all right, we'll come out here, we'll play a hard game, but we'll get a dub, and that will shut people up at least a little bit. they got spanked instead. I do believe Vegas will be fine in the long run. Like, they are still the second best team in the league right now. Once the playoffs comes around, you know, when you've won this much, I only care about the playoffs and what they do there. So I know they have these weird no-shows, but I think they'll be fine in the long run. But what a win for Dallas. Bunch of just blowouts in the WNBA last night. 3 blowouts. Minnesota, Dallas, and Golden State all just blew out their opponent. I will never understand this behavior from certain fan bases. Why? They won. Like, I could kind of understand if they lost. Like, obviously it's still absolutely unacceptable, but at least if they lost, you could see where they're coming from. Like, oh, they're upset, so they completely lost their minds and acted out and destroyed a bunch of stuff. But you won. Why are you destroying from within your own community? You're destroying other people's things. There's a clip with the bus driver, like the dude who actually, like, this is his job. Because when I understand, these school buses were parked to shuttle people, like World Cup fans. Yeah, this is the guy that, like, this is his job. And he's like pleading with these people to please stop. And I mean, kudos to him for trying, but obviously this was not going to work. I do not understand this behavior. And this is not a normal sports reaction, because the Oklahoma City Thunder won last year. I don't remember Thunder fans destroying Oklahoma City. The Celtics won the previous year. I don't remember Celtics fans destroying Boston. I don't remember the Nuggets fans destroying Denver when they won the previous year. And 2 out of those 3 instances, these last 3 championships, those were the first time those franchises ever won a championship in the history of their franchise. And yet I don't remember people burning property and stabbing each other and shooting. Like, so it is not just oh, that's just what sport. No, there are specific fan bases that have true idiots within them. Like, the Eagles are well-known. They destroy Philly whenever they win anything. And add the Knicks to that mix, too. If the Bills could actually win something, they would probably be in this same category. But this is just disgusting. Wow, you finally win and practically riot. Sums up how smart they all are. Idiocracy, the movie, was a prophecy, not a comedy. Absolutely. This is just exhibit number 1000. Congrats to the Knicks, man. They had a hell of a playoff run here. Jalen Brunson, one hell of a game 6. He balled out of his mind and single-handedly brought them through the finish line because nobody else was doing anything. Cat was useless. OG Anunoby was about useless. Like, just no one else was doing anything. And it just scratched my head. I'm like, how did they even win this game? Jalen Brunson alone willed them there. So kind of happy for the Knicks. Can't say I'm like overjoyed for them. They earned it. They played their tails off. Had just this historic run. Knicks are champs, man. Happy for them. Not happy for the fans. The fans. I don't know if y'all have realized, but over the last like 30 days, suddenly everyone's a Knicks fan. I'm like, what? Huh? I don't know if I've ever heard you even utter the word Nick in relation to basketball ever, but suddenly everyone was a Knicks fan. I know a lot of people are originally from New York, so there's that kind of tie, but you know how people are. So for the fans that have been fans for a long time, because I know there's plenty of people out there that have been rooting for the Knicks throughout this long drought. Props to y'all, man. I've come obviously in contact with so many different Knicks fans throughout my life who have never known what winning a title is like. So I'm sure this is a really special thing for y'all. When you stayed down through this whole time with the team being awful for so long, I'm sure it's just euphoria for you guys. So props to y'all. Enjoy the win. Knicks 2025, 2026 world champs. All right. Liberty bopped the Mystics yesterday, which was to be expected. Stewie had a game. Shoot, man. Citron was on her. She obviously cannot hang with Stewie.
Citron tried. Oh my goodness. She was everywhere yesterday. I can't want to say last night, but it was a daytime game. But she had a double-double. It was her 100th career double-double, which is insane. She also had 7 blocks to go with it. Looked like Wemby out there. Except she won. Great to see Sabrina back. She unlocks New York's offense big time. It was Ellie's birthday yesterday. That was the halftime show. And she did not score much, but obviously that's to be expected. She was just coming back. So Liberty still have some issues, but I think they're going to be very good down the stretch because once Sabrina kind of gets worked back into things, that was Liberty are going to be just fine. They're already clinched the Commissioner's Cup. So at the end of the month, they will be playing in that championship. So Mystic. Sophie Cunningham, man. She had herself a game. Really, the whole first half, this was a close game. You've got to cut off Caitlin Clark there. If you let her run the floor like that. Oh. Sophie Cunningham was splashing. Oh my goodness. Kelsey Mitchell, she was splashing them too, man. She led all scorers with 27 points last night. Easy free throw jumper. Oh no. She was 6 for 7 from the 3 last night. Whew. This literally just turned into the Sophie Cunningham, Kelsey Mitchell shooting practice. And that's why Indiana just blew him off the floor at this point. Look at this. The rim was an ocean last night for her. Fever improved to 9-5, 7 seed, while Toronto 7-8, under 500. Welcome back, everybody. Second half of your favorite show on the internet. Just making future plans here. Nothing real special. But what we are going to do now is take a cheers to the second half of the show. Hydration break. On brand.
XG, you can still sponsor us if you want to.
We're easy to get hold of. All right. Now, time for our next segment of the show. This is my new favorite segment. G Money's memoir. This is where G Money hits us with a couple bars to start off the second half of the show. Just something poetic within the realm of the sports world that's been on his mind as of this last week. So, G Money, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I had several options. One that I was going to do, I realized my French wasn't as good as it once was. So when I tried it out with someone, they looked at me like, what did you say? I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that. So this is the other one, the NBA Finals. Knicks win. All right. The lights are dim. The crowd has left. Burn their city fucking down. They've got the trophy. They're smoking the cigars. Burn the fucking city down. They're on the plane, heading home, thinking about the parade. The city's been fucking burned down. New York fans, fucking degenerate retards.
I love it. I love it.
Snaps for G Money.
Love it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Too good. Too good. Now we've got some comments for you guys. Let me pull these up on YouTube here. Thank you for your wise words there, G Money. Quite poetic, if you ask me. Okay. Booker Brunson came out on Monday, I think. Sunday. And we're going to read some of your guys' comments. This is as much time as I will ever put into a New York Knick, so enjoy it while you got it. Let's see what people had to say. Easiest way to do this is just to bring this up here. Okay. The Hees says it doesn't hit you until you watch a bunch of his highlights. 80% of the shots this man hits are hard shots. With that being said, I will say I think he's the most clutch player in the league as of right now. I can't think of anybody else when the game is on the line or just tight in general where I'm like, if the ball is in his hands, you need to get it out of his hand by any means necessary. Live with someone else taking the shot, because if he is coming down the court, he's going to get to his spot, and that man is going to score. Like, I can't. Luka, SGA, all of them. I'm like, I don't know if anybody else has that much of a guaranteed bucket at the end of a game.
Except that last game. That last shot he took was horrendous. They were lucky for the tipper.
Oh, in game 4.
Yeah. No, game 5. Oh, no, yeah, get game 4. Yeah, game.
When OG
game
tipped
4.
it, yeah.
That was a bad shot. He shouldn't have taken that.
From Fanatics Podcast, shout out to Frank. He said it's still wild to think that Dallas had both Luka and Brunson and fumbled a huge bag. Good on Brunson for showing out and fully betting on himself. Yeah, it is kind of odd to think back that Dallas had
Same draft too, right?
Same draft.
Same draft.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Ralph says, who would have thought Brunson was the real player over Doncic? I could watch this story 100 times. Again, folks, the Knicks fans they're in the comments here. It is a lot of Knicks fans. So there's kind of a lot of the same sentiment here. Romeo Alpha says, I can't believe the Mavs have lost 2 of the best all-time guards in the NBA right now. Brunson just won an NBA championship, and I have to believe Luka will eventually do the same. It's insane.
Did they trade Brunson for Porzingis? Was that the trade they
Porzingis
made?
Was there while Brunson was there.
They let
Initially.
him go and got Kawhi, didn't they? They got rid of him and then eventually brought in not Kawhi, but brought in
Kyrie. Yeah.
Kyrie. They wanted Kyrie instead of Brunson. Which I mean, in the moment, I mean, it's funny for us to be able to look back at it. Well, maybe not for June. It's not funny, but even then, even when they got rid of Brunson, let him go to New York, I think we're all still kind of scratching our head. I'm like, dude, he was a great number 2 in Dallas at the time. There was a lot of potential there, and I don't think they got anywhere close to value back for what New York's gotten out of Brunson.
Right.
The only thing I'll say against like the Luka and Brunson thing is if you put Luka on New York with that talent, like, do they do the same thing? Like, I kind of feel like Brunson and Luka are kind of interchangeable. I think Brunson's been more healthy the last couple of
That's
years.
the
I still think Luka's the better player. Like Brunson, man, even in that last game, like he does like some James Harden shit that pisses me off. Like a defender goes in the air and he just throws his body into him and throws the ball up. And like, bitch, that wasn't like he's good at doing that. He's good at getting to the line, just like James Harden was. And, the only difference is he's won a title now doing it. But to me, he's a very similar player to James Harden back when James Harden was winning MVPs or an MVP. And so I think there should be some respect there. You could easily make an argument that he's the best American player right now. Because like you said, most clutch. I think you have to have that conversation. He's been doing it in the playoffs for what, 3 years now? And he's better every single time. And I know that we were all thinking, oh, there ain't no way New York's going to make it to the finals, all that stuff. It's like we all forgot about the fact that they forced Indiana to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Like they were a pretty good team with Thibodeau and Mike Brown. Takes them over the top. So I think Brunson is he's one of the best American players. I don't know. He doesn't do it very much on defense. I don't think he's the most complete player. But the video is great, by the way, though. I do love it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Last two I'll read here are one from Vex something. I want to see a big ass Brunson jersey on the Statue of Liberty. He put the whole city on his back, cementing himself as a legend in New York. And then this one just today. Tink Tink says those 10 weeks had them locked in. I don't know if you guys heard this, but apparently James Dolan, I'm assuming at the beginning of the playoffs, set him like a standard rule. No players can have sex for 10 weeks because we need to lock in.
I'm sure they paid attention to that.
Right.
Didn't the Lakers do that back in during the Showtime era? Didn't Pat Riley have a no sex rule during the Showtime era?
I'm sure Magic Johnson was having sex while Riley was saying no one's allowed. He's probably in the back saying, "Hold on, coach, what did you say? I'm busy." I think the better argument to make Jalen is like, where does Jalen Brunson rank his all-time greats with the Knicks? Is he number 1? Is he number 3? Is he number 2? Is he better than anyone that won it in 71 and 73? Is he better than Ewing that holds all the records but never won the title?
No, I don't believe he's better than Ewing. Just because he has a title. He's not better than Ewing.
I mean,
you guys are talking some very niche facts right now because a lot of Knicks fans
and then
know who that is.
I mean, is he better than Wes Unseld when they won the title? I don't know.
No.
I mean, we would. I mean, you're like, okay, he did this and they won, but I mean, when the Knicks went to the finals in '99, Ewing was injured, so he didn't even play. And they lost to the Spurs that had Duncan and Robinson. So I mean, you know, you kind of look at it, you like, and the issue we have with the GOAT, right? I don't like the GOAT. I like the best player of that era because things change. Scoring changes, how you score, fouls, how you call them, and basically fouls, how they happen, are different. So is he the best Knick of all time? Probably not. But if we having that, would we have had that same conversation if they had lost to San Antonio? Is he the best Knick? No, that conversation would not have happened.
Yeah.
I think all time, like, one, he's got so much more time. Like, he's only been a Knick for just a few years.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to compare it to Ewing, who was there for such a long time. But as of right now, if I were to pick today, I would say he's second to only Patrick Ewing. But we'll see.
Ewing did go to the finals
twice.
You could call it his prime. He went in '94 against the Rockets, didn't he?
Yep, and they was a tip in away from winning it.
He had a chance when Michael Jordan was on that hiatus to win a title. And I don't hold it against anybody in the East when Michael Jordan was playing with the Bulls during that 6-year run. Like, once he got past the Pistons, it was like the East was his. New York could never get past him, even though they had a pretty good roster at that point with Starks and Oakley and Ewing and whatnot. Allen Houston. I think, didn't they have Larry Johnson at one point, or was that just Charlotte? I think
that was the 99. That was the 99 team.
99 one, okay. When they
had Anthony Mason. They had Anthony Mason.
Anthony Mason, yeah. So, I mean, like, Ewing had his moments. He just didn't capitalize on it. He was great, but he never won it for him. I could see, I can understand Knicks fans saying he is, but I could understand Knicks fans saying he's not.
He's not, yeah.
Because if you've been a Knicks fan, and there are some that have been around, like they're in their late 40s, right? They've never won a championship. I could understand those Knicks fans being like, yeah, Brunson's the best to ever do it because he brought us something that nobody else has done in our lifetime. We've never seen this. Like, Ewing could never do it as great as he was, and Ewing did have a lot of good talent on his team in the early to mid 90s. And he was never getting, so I don't fault them for saying that. The Johnny come latelys that have been a fan for a minute, shut up. You don't get, like, you don't even know who, like, again, like, you don't even know. There was some, I watched a TikTok video of like this 24-year-old. Is Brunson better than Carmelo Anthony? Bitch, like, shut up. Like, that's as far back as you're able to go. You might as well have an argument if he's better than Stoudemire. Like, I mean, come on, man.
Sprewell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that, you know what, that 99 Knicks team overachieved, because remember, that was an 8th seed. They went to the finals as an 8th seed. I mean, yeah, it took them getting Alonzo tossed out the game, and they beat the Heat that year, and they were the number 1 seed, but they overachieved that year, and they still got there, so.
All right. Next video here on the Knicks fans. This is it, folks. This is the last we're talking about the goddamn Knicks fans. Knicks fans winning, reaction to winning the championship. This is from Facebook. A bunch of people had stuff to say on Facebook and TikTok, so I'll run through just a couple of these pretty quick. This one's from Taylor. Shout out to my good buddy Taylor. He says, honest take, people who weren't raised right. It's wild to me that they believe it's best to go destroy your own community, buildings, neighbors' cars, property, etc., and then start complaining about how their community needs help a week later. I wanted the Knicks to win because of Brunson until the fans started beating up Spurs fans for no reason. Then I was out. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, there we go.
Malin was here. He says, wish I could say I was shocked, but we knew this was coming. Watched a video of a cab driver in tears as people trashed his source of livelihood. I'm like, why are you guys fucking people shit up as they're standing there being like, please stop. This is mine. this is what I need to do my job, and they're just like, burn it to the ground. Like,
They were stomping all over his damn cab, man. They busted out the windshield stuff, and he's trying to get people off, and people are pushing him away from his own car. He did get a GoFundMe though, and they raised $18,000.
That's good.
To try to help him to get back to making money. But I mean, without a cab, he's not able to make money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you work your whole life for one of them damn medallions.
Medallions,
Yeah.
And
and you got to pass that thing on too.
And the damn school buses.
Mm,
That are there. They were parked in the city, and they were there because they were supposed to be transporting people to MetLife for the World Cup.
World Cup.
And people are like, "Hey, man, I had a bad time in school. Fuck that bus. Let's trash it." And you're just like, I don't understand how that's celebrating. Like,
It's not.
I've never been happy and be like, you know, we need to go destroy some shit. That'll make me more happy.
Right.
If we just go light shit on fire and act like,
I mean,
I'm so happy I just want to go burn that bus.
I mean, my thought is we find out who you are and we go burn your fucking house down and see how happy you are then. It's like, yeah, because we won, so we're burning your house down. Too goddamn bad. Now you got no place to live? Not my problem. I mean, it gets crazy with that shit. The whole, it's okay to destroy things. No, it's really not. And you know, maybe, and this is just me, and I'm old, but maybe the city, the mayor of the city, of any city that wins whether it's an NBA championship, NFL championship, or an MLB championship, needs to have the law enforcement ready, and maybe even National Guard. Put them out there, out on the streets. Yeah, we know what you're going to do. And if you do it, they hit in the head with a fucking rubber bullet. Not a real bullet, but a rubber bullet, which will fucking hurt, and hurt real fucking bad. And we're going to hit you with CS gas, which you all don't know what CS gas is because you've never been hit with it. But trust me, that shit fucks you up. And maybe then people learn that, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. Because guess what? We're going to have a parade. You can all be part of the parade.
God help them with the parade. Have they had the parade yet?
I think it's
Jesus.
tomorrow.
No, they haven't. I mean, but yeah, I was at the Seahawks parade. We didn't have any fucking violence. We didn't have people doing stupid shit. Kansas City had people shoot each other. Why? I don't fucking know. That's just stupid. You get into an argument and you decide you're going to shoot people, pull out a gun at a parade that has like 500,000 people, and you're going to shoot people? That's stupid.
Someone's going to be at that Knicks parade. You're like, let's celebrate. Molotov cocktail, burnt down the bus with the Knicks on it. Like, that's what.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it makes no sense. I mean, it's like, hello, I'm ignorant. I don't know any better. I'm using this as an excuse, but guess what? You'll get arrested. Let's see how that excuse holds up in court. It won't. You'll go to prison, and then you'll become someone's bitch. Because that's exactly how it's going to play out.
And on that note, let's go ahead and pick some soccer matches for this weekend. So we've got several big matches coming up here. And this is nice because usually this time of the year we are done with the Ride or Die in 5. But now we get to extend this throughout at least a good amount of June, July. So yeah, we'll keep picking games here. Last week, myself, Nestor, Malin, we all picked that one game correctly. And Ryan also picked it correctly. June and G Money did not. But Nestor, Malin, and G Money did all hit their locks. So there is that. But okay. For this weekend, we've got tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Mexico versus South Korea. They are both kind of in a tie for the lead of that group. So that should be very interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, Mexico versus South Korea. G Money, what do you like here?
You know, I know they're playing Mexico. I know they're playing Guadalajara. You would assume it, if that's the case, then Mexico should win. But you know, I like South Korea. I really do. So I'm taking South Korea in this match.
Okay. I'm going to take Mexico here. If there's essentially going to be at home, I'm thinking this thing is going to be absolutely chaos. Like, that stadium should just be going nuts. And just by home field advantage logic, I'm going with Mexico here. So, yeah, June.
Oh, before we go any further into these picks, can we pick a tie?
That's a good question. Sure. I don't see why not.
If you want to be a bitch.
It's
Yeah, I mean,
it's group play. Of course, it can be a tie.
I mean, if you don't want to
Like,
go out there, but you know,
didn't I used to
Well,
give
I mean, because but if you pick, wouldn't you think that if you pick Mexico or if you pick South Korea and it ends in a tie, then you don't get a win, you don't get a loss? It's
That's
a tie.
what
It's like
I was just assuming if it is a draw, it's just a push for that match.
Okay, so it's gonna be a push. Okay, so you're not gonna count it against us.
no,
Correct.
If it's,
no,
okay,
not
okay.
if it's a tie.
Okay, good. Okay, that's what I want. That's what I really want to know. If it's going to count against it, if it's a tie. But I'm going to take Mexico in this match. Same reasons as Jalen. I just feel they're at home, and they want to come out with a better showing than what they had. So,
All right, Malin.
I don't think there's going to be as many red cards in this match like we had in the last Mexico game. But I'm still going to take Mexico. Just like you, I just think like playing in Mexico, I think it's going to be crazy. Like South Korea would have to get up by multiple goals to really quiet that stadium down, I think. I feel good about Mexico for some reason. I don't feel good about Mexico usually on anything, other than them ability to pick strawberries in Plant City.
and tequila.
If you could leave them alone, that'd be great.
There we go.
I'm expecting the Modelo to be flowing, and for oh shit, they just fucking tied it.
They tied?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Damn.
That was a nice. That
might have been.
My barber's clumping.
That
He's
was
really upset right now.
He got
as he should be. That was nice. That was actually really
He
good.
was standing right there, and he was like, "Which part of my body do I want to hit this goal in with?" Because I'm standing right here at the line, and the goalie's on his ass. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mexico.
All right, Nestor.
I just love seeing these fans, Colombian fans, just go through it. It's amazing. It just brings goodness to the soul. I have a lot to say about them. But anyway, moving on. Mexico, honestly, this is one of their weaker squads in quite some time. They've been stagnant. They don't honestly look promising. Their top player, I think at the moment, is a guy who should be washed, and he's good. But South Korea, to G Money's point, look better. They performed better, especially against a team like Czech Republic that were
it
they're
was.
taller, they're more physical, but they look good. I'm gonna say though, I have to go with Mexico. I think this is gonna be a tie, but I'm gonna go with Mexico just because they're gonna get lucky somehow, and at home they're gonna tie probably. But I'm gonna pick Mexico on this one.
All right, so we're all on Mexico besides G Money there. And then I will say after, like later or tomorrow, I'll make a graphic where I put everyone's picks here because this is going to be kind of hard to remember. For Friday night or Friday afternoon, we've got USA versus Australia. I'll be damned if I'm picking anybody against this. Give me USA in this one. June.
Picking the USA. Cause I'm proud to be an American.
Oh shit!
Malin,
Cause at
please
least
go,
I
please
know
go
I'm
before
free.
June continues to sing.
Hey, you know, with everything going on in Texas right now, for a black man in Texas to be singing that. Texas going through it, man. Still going through it. Oh shit!
Go ahead, Malin.
I'm taking the U.S. Fuck Australia. And yeah, 100%. But definitely taking the U.S. on this.
What was that, June? What was your Australian?
It's blimey.
Go ahead. That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. It's gonna be a closer game, but give me the U.S. on this one.
And G Money.
Time your kangaroo down, mate. Yeah, you know, Australia, you're tied with Iran, whose country is in ruins, who's forced to live in Mexico, can't even stay in LA. They got to go down to Mexico, and you tied them. I wish I could have got a ticket to go to the game, but you know, $800 for a nosebleed is pretty fucking expensive. And I can't get the day off on top of that, so I would have spent the money and not got the day off. But USA, I mean, like I said, they're going to win the group. They'll have 2 wins. Doesn't matter about the third game. They'll move on.
All right. Third game, Friday at 6, Scotland versus Morocco. June.
Tough game, but you know what? I love my Scots, man. They're so fun. First World Cup, they having fun. Damn, it's tough. It's tough. Give me Morocco. Give me Morocco to take this game. I think that I think Morocco is going to win. They got a good team.
All right.
Almost have to save to that.
Malin.
Almost have to save. No, I just thought Colombia take the lead there.
Just take the lead? Yeah.
Yeah. He almost had it. What are we doing here?
We're doing Scotland, Morocco, my friend.
Okay. Well, listen, man. If we were picking food, I might take Morocco. Because I love.
I mean,
the
main question is,
as American as I am, I love the food in Morocco in Epcot. I'll say that. That's pretty good.
Amen.
Angers and hash. I don't know if that's Scottish or not, but I'm pretty sure they have something.
It's not.
Disgusting.
It's not. Haggis, my friend, haggis.
Yeah, that's what you put everything in a sheep's belly and just cook the shit out of it. Is that what that is?
Basically.
Yeah, shit.
Sheep's intestine, but anyway. Sort of like chitlins.
Right, Scottish version of chitlins.
But I don't know. I feel like Morocco should win, but betting with my heart, I just want mayhem to happen, and I want the Scots to continue to be happy. And if the Scots could get 2 wins, guarantee themselves out of the group stage. That's going to be a tough one with Brazil hanging around after that shitty first game they played. But there is going to be some third place teams making it out of the group stage with the 60 new teams they put in there. I'm still going to take Scotland. I'm just going with my heart on this one. I just want the Scots to continue having fun and cleaning us out of beer. Let them just keep going around. Continue the Scotland train there.
All right. Nestor.
Yeah, I would want Scotland to win, but I just do think Morocco's a better team. So I'll go with Morocco. This one, I hope I'm wrong on this one.
Yeah, me too.
G-Money?
Yeah, you know, I can sing Flower of Scotland, and I can sing Scotland the Brave, and I can definitely say, you can take my life, but you never take my freedom. But,
Wallace.
You know, Scotland plays, and I said this earlier in the show, they play a 1980s style Premier League game, which is pack the defense and then occasionally move forward. What I saw from Morocco is they play more of a Brazilian 1990s, early 2000s game where they're always attacking. Would I love Scotland to win? Yes. Would I be happy with a tie? Yes. But I too am going to take Morocco because I think that they'll score, and unfortunately Scotland may not be able to tie the game.
So we're all taking Morocco on this one.
I took Scotland.
Oh, that's right. You took Scotland. All right. Fourth game we've got on Saturday at 1:00. Netherlands versus Sweden. Nestor.
It's tough because Sweden played really well. I just think the Netherlands, by everything they've been reconstructing, they're slightly better. Playing slightly better. Yeah, this one's tough. Give me the Netherlands though.
All right, Netherlands for Nestor. G-Money.
Yeah, this was another really tough game. But I think Sweden is going to pull it out. My guess is final score 2-1 Sweden. That would be my guess. So I'm going to take Sweden.
All right. I'm going to give the edge to the Netherlands here. I think this is going to be a fantastic game, but I slight edge Netherlands. June.
Yeah, I'm going with the Netherlands. I think they're going to beat the Swedes in this one.
And Malin.
Oh, the Swedes on this one. I know they played Tanzania in the first game, but I liked how fast they played. They were really aggressive the whole match. I love the fact that one kid got brought in like the 85th minute, touched the ball one time, score a goal. I thought that was cool as shit. Like they had to like do some replay to like give it to him, but like he had just come in the game. In one touch, bam, goal, bitch. What? But I'm gonna go ahead and take Swede on this one. I do think the Needs they had a tougher opponent, which led to that. that draw that they had. But I don't know. There was just something about watching Sweden in that first game and their aggressiveness and the way that they controlled the ball pretty much the entire time. I'll go and take them.
All right. And last but not least, New Zealand versus Egypt. This is on Sunday night. And we're back to G Money.
You know, I never picked first.
That's because you suck.
I know, you kind of skipped me there with Nestor.
Well, you can go
Did that on
right ahead
purpose?
here.
That was a purpose thing.
We can go back to Jim.
That was purpose. You know, it was purpose. So yeah, New Zealand, Egypt. The All Blacks. Watching them play, you're like, yeah, give me Egypt. I just don't see them really being anything.
It's good breakdown. I'm going to take Egypt as well here. They just seem to be a better team than New Zealand is. So, yeah. June.
Yeah, definitely taking Egypt. You know, in my former life, in my past life, I was an Egyptian pharaoh, so I can feel it in my blood that Egypt's going to win it.
I totally know what that means. Malin, go ahead.
You know, I thought that the top 5 most ridiculous things said on this show all belong to Shaq, but June might have just snuck his way in. With that comment. But yeah, I don't know. This is one of 3 groups, I think, to where everybody had a draw. And
oh shit!
Please tell me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Egypt.
That was, yeah. You should be mad. That was a bad pass. And what the fuck you were trying to do with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Egypt on it. I'm not a past pharaoh or anything.
You could have been. You gotta go have a palm reading.
Nestor.
Now you got 2 out of the top 5. June, you want to keep
going? New Zealand is beautiful. I wish I lived in New Zealand. Anyway, I want them to win just because of that, but I know Egypt's a better team. So let me take Egypt on this one.
So we're all with Egypt.
I would just like to point out that I'm completely out of my depth. All of these. I love the World Cup. I love watching soccer. I don't know much about the strategy, but it is exciting. I love the attention, and this is one of the funny things before we get off, Jalen, that I always FaceTime G Money like pretty much like every night. We're out there, I'm having a cigar, whatever. We've been watching the World Cup. We're like barely talking now as we're watching the World Cup. And my mom had made a comment about that, and it's because you can't take your eyes off the TV and soccer. It's not situational. It's not like football or even basketball situational. When they're bringing the ball up, you're like, you could have a conversation because there ain't nothing happening as they're bringing the ball up. But like soccer, man, like you take your eye, I look this way, someone going to score a goal. So it's like you got to be locked in on what's happening. Pretty funny.
Speaking of locked in, who has a lock that they would like to share for this week?
I will do mine first because Nestor stole mine the last time, even though mine was Scotland hit. USA, Australia, I'm doing over 2.5 goals.
Okay.
Combined, over 2.5 goals.
I'm a bitch. Well, now I'm going for next week.
Next week we're in Vegas, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to watch that England game with you. I have a 25.
And the Scotland game. We can watch the Scotland game too.
Oh, you guys are gonna be faded for 2 matches
really?
at least.
Great.
Yeah.
And play on that Thursday. That'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah. We should go to New York, to the Irish pub there for the Scottish game.
That'd be great. Oh, hold on. I got to find a new lock now.
I got my lock ready.
Go ahead, June.
Give me Germany. Score at least 3 goals against the Ivory Coast.
Okay. For my lock, I am going WNBA here, folks. Got a 2-team parlay money line. I think both of these are on Friday. Yes. Taking Toronto to beat Connecticut. Neither one are very good, but Connecticut's only won 2 games this year. Toronto is considerably better. And then I'm also going to take New York to beat Washington. The Liberty Hours, obviously, league's better than the Mystic. So, yeah, both on Friday night. By the way, you can go see that Toronto-Connecticut game for $7 is where the tickets start at price-wise. So if you're in Connecticut, there you go. Also, WNBA-wise, Fever and Dream, they're about to be in the midst of a little mini series this weekend. They play on Thursday in Indiana and then Saturday in Atlanta. So Atlanta's they've got a lot popping off because they've got that on Saturday, and then they also have South Africa and Czech playing on tomorrow. So a lot going on there. But anyway, that's my lock. 2-team parlay.
My lock is simple. France beats Iraq. Put your 401k on it. You can tell that's a hate lock.
All right. Straight to the point.
All right, so I only have 2 other bets going right now, and I can't use one of them. Right now, I have I got a $20 bet on U.S. winning their group and Scotty Scheffler winning the U.S. Open would pay me over $700. The other bet I got going on right now, I'll go ahead and take this one. Is a $10 bet that I made. So you can get this on the Hard Rock. The Czech winning. There's over 2.5 goal point or 2.5 goal total for the Czech Russia game. Switzerland winning and over 2.5 goals in the Switzerland game. And that's a $10 bet. I'll win you $438. Those are the only other 2 I have going on besides the one that G Money had.
So both Czech and Switzerland both have to win. Both have to be over 2.5.
They both have to win. They have to be more. They have to be at least 3.
Gotcha.
I do have a long shot on the U.S. Open at 45-1. I put $10 on Chris Gotterup to win the U.S. Open. That's my long shot. He really is a good links player, and if you all have taken a look at Shinnerock, that's a links course. So, and that's why I didn't put any money on Scheffler because, well, first of all, he punked me out. Last couple of matches I had him one winning the Masters and he didn't. Well, I had him winning the match before the Masters and he didn't. And I had him finishing in the top 10 in the match, which he fucking didn't do either. Top 5 did not do. So you know what? Fuck you, Scheffler. Go fucking home to Texas. Chris Goddard is my long shot to win the Masters of 45. To win the Open at 45-1, should I say 45-1, and we'll see how that plays out.
Well, that is going to do it for this week's episode. 292 is in the books. Before we get up out of here, is there anything else you guys wanted to mention?
Well, Mel and I probably will not be on the show next week because we'll be in Vegas gambling huge monies, winning bigly, like nobody's ever seen people win before.
Yes, tomorrow.
So,
next week will be a shorter show. We'll probably just hit some World Cup stuff and then get the hell up off here. So stay tuned for that. We will talk to you all next week for 293. Be sure to follow the show on social media at AFR Sports. Be sure to follow June on TikTok. It is linked down in the description below. Yeah, we'll see you around real soon. Peace out, everybody. Have a good week.
Peace.